What's up, everybody? Hey, it's Kevin. Thank you for tuning in today. I'll tell you that I've got a couple things I'm really excited about sharing with you today. And I don't know how many people are going to be here live because I just went live. And anyway, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we have going on and what I've been working on here lately. Okay. First of all, there's a training out there that I just put up last week, and it's not going to be up long. It is at mixcoach.com forward slash myths. Okay. These are mixing myths. There's 3 of them in particular that I'm going to bust. They're available right now. All you have to do is go to mixcoach.com forward slash myths, and you can start with the first one right now. But I'll give you a little synopsis of what it is. Hey, if you're here and you want to say hello, I'd love to see you in the comments. And if you've got questions on what I'm going to cover today, let me know. Okay, let me know you can hear me and everything. Okay, so I've divided this myths into three myths. Okay, the myth of gears or gear, the myth of the ear, and the myth of the peers. Okay, well, it's not the myth of the peers. Okay, so let me break it down. The first one is gear. The myth is that you have to have a ton of gear to be a good recording engineer, and I'll break down in the first video that is not true. You don't have to have a ton of stuff. As a matter of fact, one of my friends, he's a high-profile mixer, and I let him mix a song for me, and ask him what he mixed it on, because this guy used to have a big SSL console and everything, and I asked him what he mixed it on. He said, I mixed this on my laptop with headphones, Quiet Comfort 15s. No, Quiet Comfort 3s, even a model back from there. And when you listen to the mix, which is, by the way, available on the MixCoach membership website, which I'm going to tell you a little bit about here in a second. Anyway, he doesn't have a ton of gear. You don't have to have a ton of gear. You don't have to have $10,000 monitors. You don't have to have thousands of dollars in plugins. Now, as you grow, you may want to add stuff as it becomes practical and useful to you, but you don't have to have that. So gear, you don't have to have a ton of gear. The second one is the controversial one. People will have you believe, especially mixers, will have you believe that you have to be able to have this supersonic hearing to be able to mix well, and that is just not true. In the second video, which is available if you go to mixcoach.com forward slash myths, the second video, which is available today also, will tell you that most every recording engineer most of the ones that I know, well, I don't want to globalize anything too much, but a lot of your favorite mixing engineers don't hear perfectly. They don't hear high frequencies the way they did when they were young. Some even have tinnitus or tinnitus, and they hear a ringing or they hear a roaring in their ears all the time, but they're still really good mixing engineers, right? And I will tell you in the second video some of the characteristics of that and some of the ways that you can route around that, because if you're letting the fact that you don't have perfect hearing stand in your way of being a recording or a mixing engineer, then you don't have to do that anymore. You can just go to myths forward slash myths. You know the link. It's also in the I'll put it in the comments section too. So the third video is the myth that it's going to take you forever to be a good engineer, and that's not the case either. And as a matter of fact, I'll cover that in video 3, and I will talk about the American Idol effect, and that is how it's American Idol season now, and historically some of the funniest things about American Idol is, and you hate to laugh at them, but it's funny. These kids get on there and they can't sing, and they get on there and they think they can. They've been empowered by their mom and their dad and their family that tells them they're just proud of them for singing. They don't know how to make them a better singer. And the ones who, the singers who have been shaped by their peers and shaped by the people around them that pour into them and give them constructive feedback and criticism, you can tell that those guys are the ones that are the singers, right? Those are the ones that get your attention. And those are the ones that are seeking out people to help them. That's another reason they're on Idol, right? So anyway, that training is available now, but it's going away on Friday. I don't want there to be this stuff is going away on Friday. I'm taking it down Friday at midnight. And so if you want to catch it, go to mixcoach.com/myths and you can get it until Friday. Okay. Now I want to give you kind of like a little insider information, a little sneak peek inside the new MixCoach Member. Now, back in 2012, we started a membership community called MixCoach Member, and some of you may remember it. There have been hundreds and hundreds of people to go through this, and when I moved to California, it slowed down a little bit because I had other things on the front burner. But now I am back in Tennessee, and I am chomping at the bit to just add more training and pour into more mixers, the way we have historically for 9 years now. I think it's 9 years now. 9 years this month, as a matter of fact. There's actually new content on there right now. There's a brand new song that you can mix, as well as a walkthrough video to show you what I did to mix that particular song. So that new song is available now on MixCoach, and I'll show you that. I'll show you that in just a minute. I'm a little nervous because I want to make sure that I cover everything that's available, and then I'll go and show you. Okay. Also on MixCoach Member, which, by the way, is also only open until Friday. There's a limited enrollment. I'm going to close the doors on Friday, and I'm not going to let any new members in until a couple months down the road when we have everything tidied up, because this is kind of a brand new thing. I'm importing all of my a lot of my previous courses into the new MixCoach Member, and everything eventually within the next couple of months will be there and be available to everybody. It doesn't matter how long you've been there. If you are a member now, you get what within a couple of months you'll get what every member has gotten since 2012. So there's a ton of value there. But one of the things that we add is a live monthly question and answer webinar, and that's where once a month we get together on a Zoom type call, and whether it's a song that you're mixing in the current month that we're doing, which we have a featured song of the month that we're mixing. If you have questions on that, I'm there to answer them. If people have things that they've learned from it, those will be on the Q&A, and that's monthly. Okay. And like I said, there is actually a brand new song up there right now. It is a song that I've been working on lately. As a matter of fact, I'm still working on it, and I'm still creating content for that because I'm redoing some vocals on that, or the song, the companion song to it. I'm going to show you every step that I do. We're actually, I think, going to be re-recording those vocals on the song that we're doing now, and I'll be giving you all the play-by-play on that. So that's we'll be doing that monthly on there. Now, one thing I've been working really hard on is bringing all of the old, from 2012, bringing all of that content into the new membership platform. Now, I already have 33 plus courses. I think there's 34 or 35 right now. I added a dozen yesterday. These are downloadable session files in Pro Tools format, Mixbus format, and audio format, so you can import them into any DAW that you have. All available, along with tutorials, at least one tutorial. Some of them have a couple or 3 tutorials. And most of these older sessions, we used to do this thing called mix feedback, which we will get to. But when people were able to submit a mix and have some of the coaches to listen to the mixes and give you live feedback on them. Those are all available in the older courses. So some of these courses have so much content that it would honestly take you, it would take you a week to get through it sometime. Not to overwhelm you, as long as you're a member, you'll always have access to that stuff also. And the thing I'm most proud of about this community is the people that it draws, the quality of people that it draws. I find that I admire people like what I normally interview on Tuesdays when I do the live interviews and stuff. Are these people that I interview? They're open books. They're willing to share, and this community at MixCoach Member is like that. They share what they know. I have learned from my members, and I'm not just you should be astounded by that, because that's the kind of members that are here. Members, I always say that iron sharpens iron. That's in the Bible, right? And when you draw a community of mixers that want to get better together, you can't help but learn from them, right? So if you want to know more about this before we get into there, just go to mixcoach.com/spring. And that's the spring pricing. And again, that spring pricing goes away Friday at midnight. All of those links will go down. The myths training will go down. And that'll be that. Now the spring training, that sounds good. Not the spring training. The myth training will be inside the membership. So if you're a member, of course, you'll get to see that and you can watch it at your leisure. But for non-members, it won't be available but until Friday. Okay. Hey, let's see who's here. Hey, Gregory Price. Good to see you, man. Danny, Nathan McFarland. Listening while answering email. Nathan, working at Harrison Mix Bus now. Leonid, by the way, those are fixed. I'm not sure I know what you mean, Leonid, but anyway, clarify that if you don't mind. Let's see, Danny, will there be a sheet on what you set up with a new mix, buses, track arrangement, and maybe help with mix templates? Yes, that's another thing. Thank you for mentioning that, Danny. That's one of the things that we are actually going to actively work on MixCoach Member is how to build your mix template. And as a matter of fact, yesterday I recorded a 30-minute tutorial that's going to be available at the 1st of April. And we're going to jumpstart that and start building live together mix templates. And then we're going to test them, and goodness sakes, there will be plenty of sessions to test them on, right? So the win of having a mix template is when you work on it. I've got a ton of mix templates, and I'm working on the newest iteration of it, some of it based on the book from Billy Decker and Simon Taylor. I see the power that Billy uses in that mix template, and I'm going to start even dialing that up a little bit, and we're going to learn that together. The power of it is you get a mix done, you like it, and you don't have to start from scratch again. And it would be silly to do that because we only have so much time, right? And I always advocate that you should mix like you're a musician, who is very versed in their instrument. You hand them the instrument, they don't start changing the strings and lowering the action and adding pedals and stuff. They do what they know to do, and that's play, right? I always advocate that if you're a mixer, that's what you'll do is mix when somebody gives you a mix. So don't start from scratch, start from your template. And we're going to be building that. So Danny, that's a good question. Danny's excited about that. I am too, Danny. We'll be building mix templates live starting next month. Okay. There's also a mini course in there on how to build your mix templates. So that's also on the membership site, and you can also find it on YouTube right now too. How to building a mix template from scratch is the name of it. But that will be available within the membership site too. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look. You guys want to take a look on the inside? Hopefully this is going to work the way I think it is. The problem is that I'm an admin and I'm logged in, and I'm trying to view it as if I'm just somebody that's coming into the website. So let's give this a try. Okay. Let me make sure that you can see this. Everybody see this? Okay. Okay, here we go. So here's the new MixCoach member. I'm going to hit View Course, and we're going to go to this page. I'm going to do one more little quick check here to see if it changes. Okay, there we go. Okay, I feel confident now. Okay, when you log in, this is the first thing you're going to see is my ugly face. I apologize for that. Okay, but at least my hair is combed. Okay, this is basically a welcome video, and it gives you the next steps on what to do. Okay, now one other cool thing. In the middle of the MixCoach member, I switched platforms. I switched who hosted all of this stuff. And one of the benefits that we got from switching platforms is there is a mobile app now. And anyway, the mobile app, all you have to do when you log in is just go to and download the mobile app on your phone. And whenever I create a new course or create a new segment to a course, I'll add an announcement. That announcement will come straight to your phone. You can watch it on your phone, or you'll get an email too, and you'll be able to just log in with one click into the email straight to the new training. I think that's cool. That's something I haven't been able to do easily before. One of the things I'm finding is that with this new platform is that it allows me to focus in on training and not necessarily being a web administrator. I found out that I do not want to be a web administrator, not at all. Okay. Anyway, okay, here's one of the announcements right here. You just click that and it goes straight to the new training. So in MixCoach member, a new thing that I've got is called a success path. And a success path is, how do you know when you're winning? And how do you know where you are in the hierarchy of mixers? Well, there's four stages. And when you log in, you'll identify which stage you are and jump onto the things that there are to do in that. Here's an overview. And what I did was freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, for the lack of, knowing everybody knows what that is, right? If you're a freshman, you're kind of new to mixing. You may not know how to import files. You may not know even what a DAW is. Hopefully you do. But if you don't, no shame in the game. This is where you'll learn to do that. You'll identify as freshman, and you'll have other freshmen to go, hey, I don't know what that is either. I'm working on a glossary right now of lingo that I use in the training. So you can always just go back there, look in that glossary, and know exactly what we're talking about. A step up from there, sophomore, you've gone through the freshman material, and now you're starting to know what phase is, what these building blocks of a good mix are, right from the timing of tracks, phase correlation, phase polarity of the stuff. You know what metering is. You know how hot to mix things. One of the things that I've learned in the last 9 years of doing this training like this is that a lot of young mixers or early on mixers, they don't know the difference between. They let their ears fool them into that the thing that's loudest sounds the best. And when you're in sophomore stage, you're starting to go, I'm onto this. I know that louder is not necessarily better. I know how to make things loud enough, right? Loud enough to be able to hold up in the competitive world of mixing, right? So if you're a sophomore there, junior, you're starting to dial it in, and you're actually starting to you're mixing with your templates, and your mixes are starting to get really consistent. And as a matter of fact, you can take your template now and you can take any of the, what will be 60 plus songs, import them in, and you'll be 80% there. And then you can spend 100% of your ability into the 20% that's left in the mix after you get it put into the template. When you're junior, you're there. When you're a senior, you've been here a while, and you're actually have a trusted ear to be able to help other people. That's the magic of the MixCoach membership, is that it's not just me. It's a lot of people that know a lot about mixing. And I was watching through some of my old material that's available on MixCoach Member 2, and I was like, wow, that is some really good training. And guess what? I didn't do it. It was somebody else that did it. So I learn from these mixers all the time. Okay. So that's let me take a drink of water here. Okay, I'm talking really fast. I'm excited about this. Can you tell? Okay, so another section here is the current month. Like I said, we've got a call coming up. As a matter of fact, tomorrow. So if you jumped on and became a member today, you won't miss this call. If you wait till Friday, you'll miss the call because the call's tomorrow. Okay, we're doing a song called "Oh Praise the Name," killer voice. Daniel Doss is a project that I'm working on right now. And the other song is the one I'm redoing some vocals on tomorrow. And I will definitely let you know and show you what I'm doing on that. I hope I'm doing tomorrow. I just realized I haven't talked to the singer yet. They will be done this week, though. Sorry about that. Allergies, lots of pollen in the air. So we've got a call. This is this month. We'll have this going forward, the things that are happening this month. So we can there's a lot of stuff there and you can get overwhelmed, but this kind of pulls everybody together and say, hey, let's work on this one song all together and let's focus our efforts on this. So this is what we're working on this month through the end of March. Oh, praise the name. There's a call coming up tomorrow. Don't miss it. Okay. And then this is the big part right here. This is the sessions with tutorials. This is the old stuff here. Look at all this stuff. I counted 33 so far. Each one of these has tutorial videos, mixed feedback videos, downloadable session files. This one right here. Let's just go here. This is the very first one. That thumbnail's a little low res, but the tutorial is good. This is the mix that I did in 1 hour. This is what we're going to be covering next month too. There's some Pro Tools downloads, Mixbus downloads, and audio file downloads. And anyway, that's just one of a ton of them. Here's another one. Drop video. There's a mix video. Who all played on the thing. Here's an interview I did with a couple people that mixed the song. Anyway, so there's the sessions. Okay, and here's another section. This is kind of a bonus thing. There's a course archive here that I'm adding to on the weekly. Actually, these are some things that you may or may not have access to. There's some stuff I know you don't have access to because I've never released it before. But this is how to build a mix template from scratch. How to recover invisible tracks. This is a deep dive into, for instance, when you trigger a snare, why does it not instantly sound better? Why does it sound worse? Well, that's in this training. Minimalistic training. Do away with a ton of your plugins. You don't necessarily need them to get fundamentally better at mixing. Gain staging, art of mixing. This is a course that I did for a college, and this is the art of mixing. It's a multi-part training. And here's stuff that's coming soon. Pro Tools Basics, anyway, etc. There's a ton of stuff here. And then there's a toolbox. I won't show you that because there's only one thing in there right now. This is a toolbox of stuff. This is going to get rearranged. This is how to import tracks from Reaper. So if you're a Reaper user, I'm going to show you how to download the audio files and import them into Reaper. So easy with Reaper. Anyway, that's it. I want you to check that out. I'm going to go to one other page here. Give me a second. If you go to this page here, this is the pricing page for this spring. Okay. Okay, I'm looking at the comments here. Okay, so this is $27 a month if you pay for it monthly. If you purchase it by the year, you can get it as little as $22.50 a month, and that's billed annually though. So anyway, Nathan, that's a good idea. Paste in an incognito window. I'll do that next time. Danny, I'm not sure what you mean by this. You get to meet a lot of spiders though? I might have said something in passing or lost something in translation. I'm not sure, but clarify what you mean there. Okay, to get to this page, all you have to do is go to mixcoach.com/spring. You can get signed up today. And if you want to go to /myths, you know what? If you go to spring and you get signed up, don't worry. That's what I'll do today is I'll transfer that training over to there. That way you don't have to worry about watching it right now. But the training is good. You should go check that. You should go check that out. Anybody got any questions? I know I covered a lot of territory there, and maybe I talked too fast. My mouth says that I did talk too fast. Ooh, because you want to be I didn't want to be a webmaster. Yeah, I met too many spiders. I got bit too many times trying to be a webmaster. I'm not that anymore. I'm happy just to keep doing StreamYard and figuring out how to do live streams like this. So anyway, hey, if you guys don't have any more questions, I'm going to let you go. I appreciate your time today. I've got a lot of work to do. We're still loading courses into there. There's going to be more courses by this weekend. So when you get a chance, go and check out, go to mixcoach.com/spring if you want the pricing options for spring. And again, let me just say, it's going away on Friday, and I'm going to close down every avenue that I can find of getting in there, because I really want to concentrate on the members that are there and do like Danny is a member, Gregory is a member already. And we're going to be concentrating on what we can do to serve this community and make this the absolute. It's already one of the oldest, because I started MixCoach Member in 2012, and it's been going solid, except for the last year where I was transitioning from California back to here. But it's been going solid since 2012. There's a ton of training there. And I should have had some testimonials up, because there have been some remarkable, there's been remarkable progress with some of the mixers on here. One of my friends, Tassie, who's been a member since 2012, who is currently a member now, and the most memorable thing he said was, you can take 2 years and try to learn mixing on your own, or you can take a couple of months and learn it on MixCoach Member. And I was so flattered when he said that. But you know what? I saw the progress that mixers like Tassie, mixers like Matt Butler, who has been a huge fan and who is now mixing a lot, and he's highly regarded as a mixer now. I can't take all the credit for that, because it's not just me, it's the whole community. It's iron sharpening iron, and he's a result of it. Tassie is. Gregory Price and Danny, you should hear some of their mixes too. It's not just a bunch of beginning mixers. It's some really good mixers. So if you want to jump in there and learn to mix as quickly as you can, and with some good company, go and check out MixCoachMember.com. Just go to MixCoach.com/spring, and you'll get the pricing there. Okay. Hey, I'm going to leave it with you guys now. I'm going to go eat some lunch and then get busy and finish that tutorial about building your mix template. All right. Hey, it's been fun. I'll see you guys soon. Okay.